welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 4th episode of Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15. If you want to check out our reaction to the 4th episode of Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback. And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
So, on this episode of Brotherhood, Final Fantasy 15, we get a closer up look at
Ignis.
AKA Mr. Mom.
Glasses wearing guy.
I feel so bad for him.
I really did too. Basically, he is Nox's right-hand man.
I guess his closest retainer, if you want to use more,
Proper terms.
fancy ass terms.
He's his manservant.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So we got GLaDOS, which is his Gladio.
His main guard, main bodyguard, and
Main guard, main trainer, and overall, I guess, mentor. And then
that's not the right word. Fighting mentor.
yeah,
And then Ignis kind of takes care of the rest of everything. He goes to the council meeting and takes notes for Noct.
Yeah, he represents him in the council in his stead. What's the term? Chamberlain, I think is the term there.
Basically, yeah, he basically does everything else that doesn't relate to battle.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's still more important than say, I guess, basic housekeeping around the palace.
Yeah. Also, we saw that Noct doesn't live in the palace when he's in high school. He stays in a very nice apartment.
Well, I mean, to be sure, there are multiple royal residencies with the few remaining monarchies in the world today. And they'll send family members to live there, so makes sense.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting because it's clearly in the same city as the palace is.
Right.
Because Ignis goes to the palace pretty much every day. But
That makes sense.
Oddly, I guess Notch doesn't really come home and say hi,
Well, they also want him to learn how to live independently on his own.
which he fails horribly.
he's doing such a good job of that.
To be fair, he is still in high school and doing this. A lot of people are, a lot of people in the world period don't even get to that state until their 20s. So.
But they did give a little bit of I guess backstory on what's going on with the defense of the city.
And wow, that was the most shocking detail of all. Yeah, the king pretty much, well, from what I can tell anyway, sacrificing his life force to keep up a magical barrier.
Or something similar to that.
Or, yeah.
But Noct ended up seeing old Papa walking in the garden with a cane, and triggered.
Yeah.
Probably the best word for it.
Pretty badly, yeah. But it keeps us cool about it.
It's not an easy thing to think about your parents' mortality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I think anybody could really relate to that.
Yeah, very much so. But doubly so when you realize, well, when he dies, I have to run a country. And here I am, I can't cook for myself right now. Kind of scary.
Well, not only that, but he knows that he's going to have to basically give his life force for that wall. So.
Yeah.
And he's probably not ready for it.
Who would be, especially when that young?
Yeah.
Well.
Up until this point, Noct had kind of pushed the prince stuff aside and really leaned on Ignis's help.
But towards the end of the episode, it does show Noct starting to change. He tried to cook for himself.
Tried.
I still wish to apologize to that kitchen. But yeah, it shows him start to take a little bit more initiative, more responsibility for himself.
Yeah.
So
And then we
positive change.
kind of hop back, and apparently they are still making the same desserts from way back then, and still failing to get the results that they want.
Yeah, kind of the big MacGuffin for the episode, or no, not MacGuffin, because that usually has nothing to do with the plot, right? This was not important to the plot, but it was used to advance it along.
I don't think it's necessarily. I don't think what's going on here is necessarily a plot point. It's kind of like this point in the travel. We're going to go back and give a backstory of a little bit of backstory for Noct and how he's actually kind of easing his way into this prince role, and then the people around him are probably going to end up being his general, his advisor, and his really good friend, who is probably there as like the support.
Well, I wasn't going to like the whole purpose of the episode. I was just going to the purpose of that little tart that Ignis was trying to make as a plot device itself, or trying to think of a better term for it. Maybe a physical segue, perhaps, between scenes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I liked it though. So
It's just kind of tying everything together.
Yep. I'm still looking forward to the game. I am very pissed off that it is delayed by 2 months.
it's Square Enix. What did you expect?
Give me my Final Fantasy 15.
Plus, it gives us more opportunity to set up the stuff to do Let's Plays, so we can Let's Play it.
I also
And the
want my
things to
Kingdom
come.
Hearts 3.
That I want. Been waiting for years. At the rate I'm going, I'll be like 70 something if I live to be that old when they announce 4.
Well, both of those games were originally thought up in our high school.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, 2 came out like what, my sophomore year of high school, I think.
And
2003.
they were teasing Kingdom Hearts 3 way back then when they came out with Final Fantasy 13.
12. Final Fantasy 12 came out when we were in high school.
Oh, good God.
Oh, they had trailers for Final Fantasy 13 that they were going to be coming out in, I think it was 2009, 2008, something like that.
I don't really remember.
Oh, man.
I just remember showing off Noct pictures. That's
Long story short, we've been waiting.
and waiting
And waiting.
and waiting
And waiting.
and waiting.
And still waiting.
Waiting some more.
These guys make Valve look fast.
But we're also looking forward to Kingsglaive.
Oh, yeah, the movie for the Brotherhood anime came out.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll have to hit that up too.
But anyway, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.